Sometimes, you guys, life is going through curveballs. Well, I had a curveball through at me that I never seen coming. I was out there working, planning a retirement, doing things like we're supposed to be doing them, and the next day, well, everything changed. That was me a few years ago. Now, to say that I expected it or ever thought it would happen would be an understatement because I did not. I was terrified. Scared was an understatement. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do next or what we were going to do. It's completely changed my life. And I think I'm going to share a lot of this with you if you'll just bear with me for a minute, okay? Because, if you be real about it, it ain't like you wake up one day, I did in my 50s, and say, I'm going to reinvent my life. Nope. Life had made that choice for me. And by the way, it didn't even ask me my permission. So when the income stopped and the bills kept coming in, retirement felt like it was just something that it's like it's there, but it ain't going to be enough because you're already living out of your checking, your savings, and then you tap into your 401. All them things that you think are there for you when you get older. Well, guess what? That curveball just took it all away. So one evening, as I stated, we were talking about the bills, and I noticed how they just kept coming. But you know what? When I lost that income, there was no way to pay those bills. So that was part of my, being so scared and afraid and concerned and not knowing what to do. And, sleepless nights. Had quite a few of those too as well. So anyhow, I couldn't quite figure out how we got here. I mean, I knew what happened that changed everything. But how you actually get in a position to where the bills keep coming in and you can't pay them, and then retirement becomes something that you don't even think about because there's just no way financially that's going to happen. It's a really scary thought. And I'm sure that there's some of you guys out there, ladies, that have been where I am or know something about this. Maybe even, like tired of living off of the one income, hypothetically, wishing you had knew about what I'm getting ready to tell you sooner, feeling like, being overwhelmed, feeling like you are stuck because you're not. Do you realize that when that happened to me, you kind of felt like, okay, my life is over. That's it. I don't know what to do. You're just stuck. But you're not. Because there's a lot of other ways out here to make an income to pay these bills that you don't even think about. Because I didn't. So just remember, you're not alone. It's not too late to start over. And don't start living with regrets. Not yet, because we haven't got to the good part yet. Okay, so what it was I discovered was something that literally people have been doing evidently for years, but nobody told me, was how they work at home and make income through digital products or digital marketing. And the biggest thing about that is the ones that are done for you. Yes, I didn't create anything, because there's no way I could have at that time. I can't now, but I couldn't then. So basically, they have all these different ones. You can do what they call MRR, which, hey, that's 100% commissions. It's paid directly to you. I like that. There's PLR. People create things and give you it's called private label rights. You can change it, add your name, and do some things, and you get to keep 60, 70% up. It depends on the person and company. And then there's the affiliates, is where I'm at. Now, by the way, I do have 4 different companies that I have, but point being, I have a lot more income streams. But here's the thing. When I started out, it was basically I got invested into a course to learn how to make money online, and I really thought that's where I would stay. Buy a course, sell a course, because it's education and it helps you so much. But anyway, I didn't, because I found out there's a big giant door. When you open it, it's like, whoa. So there's so many other ways that you can, make money online. And the best thing, I think, or one of them is, for example, you're not tied to your phone. You don't have to live on the phone. You don't have to have no fancy office or no tech skills or no experience, because I had none of that. To me, being a Gen X lady, the phone was to make phone calls. I didn't sit and do that mindless scrolling that a lot of people do, because it gets their mind off their bills or their stress or what's going on and all that in life, but I didn't do that. So now that I had learned what digital marketing was, I went with, there's all of those, but affiliate marketing I love so much because I had this product that is selling with confidence. Well, it has been teaching me 24 plus ways. So I like that because I get the options to do Amazon, TikTok, Etsy, Shopify, so many other things that are kind of behind the scenes that you don't see me do. Now this here is, part of, if you want to do videos, or you can do faceless, but anyway, where you create products and you promote for your percentage that you get to keep. It's a lot of information, I'm sure it is, but let's see here. But the thing about this is, I don't want you to overthink it. I want you to realize that if you happen to wake up one day in the same position that I am, life did not end. It just changed a little bit. And when it changed sometimes, like mine, it's for the better, because it's going to open doors for you that you are like me, that you never knew was even out there. Can you just stop for a second and think, if I take a chance on me, where can I be in a few weeks, a few months, or this time next year? Good questions, because literally it can be anywhere you choose. No, you're not going to invest into something and it fall in your lap. That don't happen. No, you do have to show up and be consistent, because you have to be the CEO, your own boss. You've got to know what you got to do, and you got to make sure it gets done, because you're working for yourself, and you're the only one going to guarantee that your income's coming in. All right. So just remember, this is not the end of your story. This is the beginning. I have a freebie that you can go get. It's underneath me in these little descriptions. You can also take a look at these options, these other programs, see what you think. But the thing about this is, life did not end if you happened to got a curveball that took away something you thought was going to be your retirement. It didn't change. You just changed directions a little bit, And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm going to tell you something. After the initial shock and the, I can't do this attitude of mine, and the wondering how in the heck I was going to we were going to pay the bills and retire and all these things that cross your mind. After all that went away, the more I got to looking at my computer and saying, well, I can do this, yeah, I can do that too, I can learn these skills. Well, once all that happened, it just all fell into place, and every day I learned something new, and I am now 55 and I'm enjoying exactly what I chose to do. So the doors are open for you. All you got to do is say, you want info, you want to know. But in the meantime, go get that freebie down there. Go take a look. Go check it all out. Come back and ask me what else, because, if you don't see it, I'll tell you how to find it on there, because I do have quite a few options. And in the meantime, subscribe to the channel so you can get updates as I post. My main page, for example, is on TikTok, right, for the last couple of years. But I am moving it on over here to YouTube, and we are going to start to be adding a lot more content to help you guys figure out what it is you want to do. Okay, so if you have any questions, ask me. If not, like I said, subscribe, and I will see you here on the next one.